This is the Art Beauty Podcast where we tell the real truth about the fake shit. I'm Amber, and today my fabulous and handsome co-host is Val Yakovchik. He is the founder of MoxieLash. Welcome to the show. How's it going?
It's going very well. How are you?
Good. And I'm going to be full admittance right here. So I got the booking under Val. And shame on me. I have interviewed Bianca before when we did New Beauty Live. I was not expecting a man. So I'm just going to put it right out there.
That's understandable.
So how is it that you, kind sir, came to invent these fabulous lashes? Because I almost said lashes. So we talked before this, but Lashies is like a sub-brand, which is now going to all be under the MoxieLash family. So how is it that you, my friend, got into the lash game?
That's a good question. So, I consider myself a business enthusiast first.
Okay.
And a businessman. I started initially with magnetic lashes. Mm-hmm. And the traditional magnetic lashes were the two strips that sandwiched each other together, the real lash. And that was a product that didn't work very well for anyone that tried it. So for about 6 to 12 months, my team and I spent time trying to figure out how to make a working product, how to make something that customers really loved, and how to eliminate, the problems with the traditional magnetic lashes. And, what we found is that there's consumers, they weren't happy with all the lash options on the market, right? They weren't happy, some people are pretty happy with mascara, right? Some people are pretty happy with glue-ons. Some people are pretty happy with extensions, but no one is like ecstatic, like this is the end all be all lash solution. And so lash consumers are, or consumers of lash products are interested in finding that, that product that works for them. And so traditional magnetic lashes were an option, but they weren't.
They weren't a great one. Yeah. So I have done, I feel like everything in the lash game. I used to go and have extensions done. I've worked in TV forever. So, back in the day, we would use the ones from Ardell, the 3 little ones that you would glue on. I never really liked the strip lash because I found that it was always tough. So I always liked the individuals. I'm currently wearing some of your lashes right now, the Lashies ones, which I love. I never had tried the original magnet ones, but I heard, to me, it just didn't even seem, and I fall for a lot of things on Instagram, but I was like, this doesn't seem like it could work as well as they're trying to make it work. So you're basically telling me that I probably saved a lot of money and a lot of aggravation. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we could create a product that you love.
You did. And so I've also tried your magnetic ones. And I have to say, I was very impressed by the fact that they work. You throw on the eyeliner and it's magnetic. Now, is there any danger near the eye for something like that? I assume not, because.
So it depends. Some people have allergies to different things.
Okay.
So there's allergy rates to the iron itself. We're the only magnetic eyeliner formula on the market that has any substantial amount of iron in it. Okay. So if you have allergies to metals, you're going to be allergic to our eyeliner. There's also some other provoking ingredients for some users. So we do find an allergy rate within our consumers for specifically magnetic. When it comes to lashes, we're yet to have a report on an allergy.
I want to discuss the technology behind both of these because I think it's really, really incredible. And sorry for being such a jerk and just being blown away when you signed on. Could you see? I was like, oh, hi. Yeah. I wasn't expecting this.
I have a funny story about that later for you.
Oh, okay. You must get that a lot, right? Like how?
It helps. My name is Val, and tends to run, a female name. So.
I have a sister, Valerie. So you know what? That's probably why I was just like, okay, all right. And now I got a buddy Val who yes, thank you. And thank you for not totally shaming me and calling me out. I call myself out. So okay, the magnetic lashes, just so people at home know, let's talk a little bit about the MoxieLash because it is really pretty ingenious technology. So you've got this liner that has sort of metal based that you put on. I mean, and it's pretty easy to put on. I've got to say, I've done it, and I'll explain to you why I like the Lashies more because we keep it real here. But then I was amazed because each of the lashes has what, 5 magnets on it?
Lashies or magnetic lashes?
The magnetic, the Moxie.
So magnetic lashes come in 5 and 10 magnets. Currently, we are sold out of the 5 magnet, but we found that some consumers like 5 magnets, some like 10. It's really a preference.
So before we even get into the technology, what has the response been? Like what's the best seller?
Yeah. So best sellers, I think it comes down to the look that you're going for. And also it highly depends on your eye shape and your eye size. Actually, the shape is less relevant than the size of your eye. So typically women know that they're like small, medium, or large eyes, right? So for every different kind of eye size, there's like a bestseller, if you will. So if you're looking for more of a natural look, then you're probably, our best sellers are going to be like the baby lash, which you're currently wearing. We have the baby lash in both Lashies and magnetic.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I really like the baby lash. It's a half lash for people who want to know.
You're not the only one. Everybody loves the baby lash because it gives you a nice little cat eye accent look. It's a great look.
Literally at least in the Lashies version, it is foolproof. I mean, I put these on 30 seconds before I had to be on. So, for people at home who've dealt with the traditional glue, that takes time. It just does. You have to let it dry. It takes time. This, I went boom, boom, boom. Oh, messed one up and was able to like take it off and put it right back on, and they're not going anywhere. So
awesome. I love that. Yeah. So there might, if you're going for a more natural look than baby, when you have small eyes, bestseller for that would be Classy Lash, right? If you had mid-size eyes and you're going for mid-glam or glam, I'd recommend other lashes that are bestsellers as well. Wifey Lash is a big seller for us.
Yeah.
If you're getting really, really glammed up, like a night look, you're going for like a bougie lash, a worthy lash. There's some of our bigger lashes.
Now, have you tried all of these yourself?
No
Seriously.
comment.
Oh no, I mean it's just like a fair question. I would think that like in the development, or are you kind of just like the genius behind this?
So I've tried Lashies.
Yeah.
And that was that was Bianca actually put Lashies on me.
Okay.
And I really just wanted to try it. And oddly enough, I felt so like okay about trying Lashies.
Yeah.
I felt a little strange about trying magnetic. It's
why? Because you have to have the eyeliner.
I think so. Because it feels like such an ordeal to put on magnetic eyeliner and lashes. And I'm male and I don't wear makeup.
Sure.
But Lashies, I was like, you know what? Like, I'll try it. It didn't make me feel like weird about it.
Oh, okay. I mean, listen, we live in there's girls who play with makeup. There's girls who don't like makeup. There's boys who play with makeup. There's boys who don't play with makeup. And then there's all of the in-betweens. But very fair. And I was just wondering, like from a standpoint of being able to speak to the consumers about this and know what it's like to wear lashes. Cause sometimes, for me, like when I see some of the heavy ones, and Mac used to make these wild eyelashes. Who was the other one? Schumacher used to make these really crazy feather lashes that like would come out and you'd be like, I want to wear this for Halloween. I have a box of them sitting in my bedroom because they're impossible. Like you put them on and it's so incredibly heavy. The magnets in yours, though, they didn't. And I love that you think it was an ordeal because I felt like putting on the magnetic eyeliner, you do have to wait for it to dry. So if you are not a patient person, that is not for you.
Yeah. And I'd love to speak into that for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when it comes to our magnetic eyeliner, the distinction between our liner and all the other eyeliners on the market is that our formula is oil-based, and an oil-based formula takes time to dry. And the way that we're able to have as much iron content in our formula, it's a significant amount. It's a proprietary amount. Can't disclose that number. But the way that we're able to have as much iron and actually have a real magnetic attraction is by having an oil-based formula. All the liners on the market that I know of, and we do, we test everything. It's an alcohol-based formula. That's why it dries faster. But it doesn't carry real iron contents. It carries iron oxide, which is a coloring agent. And coloring agents have iron in it. It's a very small portion. But what you're seeing the market outside of MoxieLash do is they're actually gluing magnets to your eyes. So it's not a whole lot different from just traditional glue-on lashes. Like
right.
they're literally, so the problem is they glue on the magnets to your eyes. So when you take them off, they take the liner with it.
Yes.
So you're, and then 2 hours into it, you're gonna have peeling. And so what they're trying, what the market does, what our competition does is they introduce these little lash anchors, because they know that about 1 to 2 hours into the formula, if you're lucky enough to have it done perfectly, your lashes are going to start peeling.
Wow. I haven't tried any others, but I did try the magnetic ones, and I wore them all day without a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just learned the first time around, because I'm super impatient, that I put it on and then I needed to reset it, and I pulled the stuff off. But the instructions specifically say, wait 3 minutes. And I definitely did not. And so then the second time around, I waited 3 minutes, and it's just wild, because you really feel that little magnet attraction.
Yeah. And the cool thing too, and that's the downside to our product, is that it takes a little time to dry. But once it dries, you're able to put on lashes and take them off all day long. Like you can have 3, 4, 5, 10 different looks throughout the day.
Really?
You can't do that with competitor products. You're gonna like take it off. You're gonna have little like literally holes in the liner. Magnet took it off. You got to clean the magnets on the old lash, put on the new liner. New instance of the liner, and another lash. It's a mess.
I know exactly what I'm doing this weekend, which is going to whip out that magnetic eyeliner and put this to the test, my friend.
As you should.
I sure am. So so going back to sort of like the design of this, like you're sitting around, you're listening. Were you in beauty prior to this, or was Moxie your first foray into?
Moxie was my first step into the beauty space.
Okay.
Formerly, I played professional poker for 12 years.
So you're all about the eyes.
All about the eyes. I like that. Yes.
Very right. All about the eyes and their tells. I'm a terrible poker player. I give everything away. Wow. Okay. So you were professional. Gets even cooler and cooler. So how is it that you go from professional poker to, I'm going to become a eyelash manufacturer?
Well, as mentioned previously, I'm an enthusiast of business.
Yeah.
And I was really interested in finding and creating a product that worked in the beauty space. I'm also like incredibly creative.
Yeah.
And I love projects. I love doing one thing over an extended period of time. That's why I played poker for 12 years. Prior to that, when I was a kid, I did a lot of photoshopping and creating like art. And I had a website called glitchedart.com. So in the first couple of years, Moxie's been around for almost 4 years now, 3.5 years. In the first couple of years, I was responsible for basically doing all the design.
Yeah.
The website was created by me. So for me, it was really like a project, a never ending project with so many pieces and components to it, plus the business side. So
But like, did somebody say, was there like a sister or a mother or a girlfriend who was like complaining about their lashes one day? I'm just saying, because you're not a boy who wears makeup. And there's a lot of boys out there who do wear makeup and who'd be like, you know what? These lashes, they don't work. So I'm just so curious by somebody who is like, and it's not like I would understand if you were like, I made a hand cream or something because you're dealing with your hands or sunglasses or something to cover your eyes. But I'm just curious how you got from poker to lashes.
Yeah, everybody is curious. I wish I had like a really strong story that was like exciting for everybody.
Okay.
The reality is, I really love beauty. I love eye,
Okay.
and I love business.
Okay, cool. And the art and the artistry in you. And certainly, I mean, lashes are to me almost like like a wardrobe, right? You can have a lash wardrobe, as you mentioned before. You can have your daytime lash, you can have your work lash, you can have your going out with the girls, you can have your going out with the guys lashes. So there's so many different looks to it. So then how did you come up with the idea to put these 5 and 10 magnets? I mean, it's really it's incredibly well manufactured,
Yeah.
and for something so small.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have I want to make sure I'm answering the right question. We have about 17 quality control agents in China that inspect all of our magnets. We've said things like millions of magnets inspected. I've personally been to China and have I've been over quality control. I like being like very detail oriented, and I like quality products myself. So I wanted to make sure, there's little details were tended to. For example, the magnets being on the edge of the lash band. Like if there's a little piece of lash that sticks out on either side of the magnet, like that bothers the hell out of me.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want that as a consumer. So I want to make sure that our consumers are getting the absolute best product. And in order to do that, with tens of thousands of lashes that we manufacture, I mean, hundreds of thousands of lashes that we've manufactured over the years, millions, actually, there's how do you keep that quality? You have to have people that are inspecting every single lash, because otherwise you're gonna.
Sure. And I mean, this is such an incredible, and I have to imagine it's like a competitive space as well, right? But there's a few people, yourself included, who I feel like really do this well. You mentioned before that the magnetic lashes that were the ones that you would strip together.
Yeah.
People didn't like those.
No.
When you came out with these, like, what has the response been? What are you hearing from consumers?
That's a good question. When we were first to market magnetic eyeliner, magnetic lashes, September 26, 2018. Our first competitors started emerging about 3 to 5 months after that. And we came into the space with zero awareness. So when we first started, no female or male knew about magnetic eyeliner. So I would talk about the product with, my girlfriends. I would talk about the product, in the market space, and nobody believed it. And that's because people were coming out of a 2-year, hiatus of like getting hammered on social with these lashes that didn't work. And and all these companies were coming in and they were like, yes, but ours work. And then they were like, oh my God, okay, I want this to work. They buy it and they had a poor experience. And so when we came out with the magnetic eyeliner, it was like, again, like, are you serious? This is like my 4th, 5th, 6th try, and at the time there was zero awareness. Nowadays, this is my personal, like, intuitive kind of estimate. I would say about 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 women have heard about magnetic eyeliner, at least in the United States. I would say 1 or 2 out of 10 women have actually tried it.
Right.
So
yeah, that sounds fair.
Yeah. So now there's this like awareness in the market space about the product, but it's been an interesting kind of ride to go from zero awareness to, let's say, 80% awareness, and us having, undoubtedly the best product on the market kind of helps as well.
I mean, and you're right. It's not like you're bringing like a colored mascara. This is a very, very new product that has its own special application, its own special removal tips. But what is like the response? Like, are sales good? Are you guys selling a lot of them?
You're so funny. Yeah, sales have been very good. Last year was a big year for us. We're pretty tight on our numbers. We don't discuss them publicly.
Sure.
But let's just say, mid 8 figures in 2020. The response rate, now that people are learning how to really use our products, now that we've gotten better at education and making sure, we're letting everybody know that it takes time to try the product. The response rate has been really good.
Insane. Yeah. So let's go into some of those application tips, because I do think it's important to do this. So we've got our magnetic liner, right? One of the things that I liked about your brand, which I told Bianca, which I really like about the Lashies, is that with a lot of these specialty products, you have to put them on before any makeup. And sometimes that's not what you want to do. I trust me, I've tried a lot of the lashes, and like the old glue-on ones you would do at the very end, right? Yeah. Mascara on, and you would kind of try to see them yourself. And there was like always one that would end up on the side of your face. But it was something that you could do at the end. I find with like a lot of these new ones now, they want you to like prep the lash and clean the lash and all of this. And what I really like about the Lashies is it can be like, I had mascara and makeup on earlier today, and like 30 seconds, I just took a little bit of that special bonding, because I know it's not glue, the nano grip. Thank you. And it was like, boom, 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 done.
Boom, boom, done.
It's really, 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 really sweet. But the magnetic one takes a little bit longer. So let's talk about like, what is the proper application tips for magnetic? Do you have to have clean? Does it have to be a clean base for that? I'm trying to remember.
You can prime it. I mean, are you talking about like eyeshadows or?
Yeah. Can you have makeup on? I think you can, right?
Yeah, 100%. Okay. I mean, you can even get your liner down with like a traditional liner. If you want to get that perfect cat eye and you want that perfect like pigmentation, and then you can, put in the magnetic liner over it, right? In a thin strip. So you don't have to create your cat eye, with the magnetic eyeliner. You can do it with the traditional liner. But all in all, I mean, you want to prime your eye, right? You want to, if you're doing heavy kind of dramatic glam look, you want to do your eyeshadow, all that stuff, beforehand. Right. And then, even do a little mascara. Like if you want it perfect, right? If you want absolutely no gaps between your traditional lash line and the magnetic lash, you probably want to curl your lashes.
Okay.
Right.
To help hide some of that. Okay, cool. I love we're getting the inside tips here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, also like if you're really caring for your lashes, like, the night before, maybe you're putting on a little growth serum.
Yeah.
Right. Whatever, you use for that product.
I want to shout this out now, because again, I keep it real here. And I've tried a lot of the lash products. And I was really digging the Lashify. I've tried those. I really dig those, but
good product.
They're a good product.
Yeah.
But if you leave them on for, multiple days, you're losing your own eyelashes, because it is a lot of weight on the lashes. And what I went back, it's funny. I was interviewing an oculoplastic surgeon. So somebody who really knows eyes, and they were like, really, actually, they preferred the magnetic ones. While it's a little weight on the lid, it's 0 weight on the lashes. So that's a really good thing in your camp, as well as the Lashies. Both of them, you're putting it above the lash line. You're not causing that stress on lashes. So, right. Something for all of these younger girls that I see out here who are wearing these really heavy lashes all the time. Like, just know that repeated damage, or that repeated weight to your eyelash is damaging. So something like this, I was surprised to hear. She's like, yeah, I actually really like this better.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And another thing you can also do is, after curling your lashes, do a little mascara. Mm-hmm. And that will, once your lashes are pointing up, and some women's lashes traditionally kind of, so it just depends on where you're at. But, you do that curl, you put in a little mascara, and then you put on the magnetic lashes. And in some cases, it's hard to even see that, that are above the lash line.
You have a tool that helps you kind of gently clamp to your regular lashes, just to kind of close that gap.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I trust me. I love this. I told you I'm a big fan of the lashes and the lash game, and I love the lashes. And here's the thing. I really, really, really like the magnetic ones. I found it was a little bit more of a chore at the end of the night to remove it. But also because you know what? I read some user tips that to get the best grip on the magnetic, you want to apply more than one coat.
Yeah.
So really 2 coats is good. And that's like, you got to let it dry. I think people are way more patient and they understand for something like that fabulous that they can put on and off. But then at the end of the day, just like you said, you could put them on and you could put them off.
Just so you know, that will change in the future. We're working on it.
Okay. Listen, good. That's why, listen, we keep it honest here, you know, and that's why, because I think that people should definitely try this out. I like the variety. I liked how easy it was to go on. And I just know that there's so many people who have even dexterity issues. So if you can apply eyeliner, you can put these lashes on because they're just going to go where the eyeliner goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about the lashies because I'm a huge fan.
Yes, please.
So Lashies, which is now by MoxieLash, how did you come up with this idea of like nano grip technology?
Another good question. So, we have an internal product development team and innovation team that spends a lot of time really looking at, customer feedback and really looking at the opportunities with, manufacturing. We have a really high level innovation officer that really understands product very well. So we work internally to look at various problems in the marketplace. And so Lashies was really a response to some of the problems we were having with magnetic lashes. So things like transparent eyeliner. That's something that women have been asking for since the beginning of magnetic eyeliner. They're like, can you guys make it transparent?
But you can't, right? Because you need the iron in there.
Correct. Yeah. You cannot make iron transparent. It's just impossible. It's always going to have a pigmentation. You can make it any color other than transparent.
But it's going to be, yes.
Right. And with lash liner, it's softer, it's gentler. It doesn't have iron in it, so it doesn't clump. So those were some of the responses. We're very kind of problem solution driven, and we respond to problems. We respond to consumers and what they're looking for. So that was really a response. We knew we had to make something new, and out came Lashies.
And have people been like going gaga over them? I'm gaga over them.
Yeah, people love Lashies. I actually think that Lashies have a better response than magnetic. And it's just, because I'm more of an intuitive guy. You can run all kinds of, analytics and data reports and all that, but I go off of what people say. And, just watching the experience and, and it really is a preference thing. I would say it's like 60-40 Lashies.
Yeah. And, I think once you get, look, I've, in all fairness, I've tried the magnetic maybe 3 times. Just because just because we're living in the pandemic and where am I going? But when I'm doing stuff, it's way easier for me to quickly just throw on something with the Lashies and the nano grip. I love that it is a clear. So if you do your mascara, if you do anything, you can kind of, it's less of a commitment, if that's the best way to put it. But I'm super excited. I'm really excited because I really think you're onto something with those magnetic lashes because the lash itself is so high quality. And those little magnets, it really works. So I think that people, if you're listening at home, it's really worth it to just take the time, put on the eyeliner, make sure that you do it right. And give this a shot. And people who listen know if I'm I would tell them, pass on this one, go for the other one. If you're somebody who just likes sort of more of that traditional glue lash, but doesn't want to wait because it is instant, go with the Lashies. And I love the Lashies because it also, because of the nano grip technology, you can take them off and put them back on again.
Yeah. That's the upside of magnetic over Lashies for sure.
Oh, I found that I could do it with the Lashies too.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah, well, they do because that grip stays there with the glue.
We don't call it glue. No G words.
No, I'm saying with the traditional glue ones, if you rip them off, they don't stick back on. Maybe if you do it immediately. With the Lashies, like I was able just to take it off and then like put them right back on.
Interesting. Was that with a new Lashie, like a brand new one?
Yes.
Yeah, because they come. So actually, our Lashies, brand new Lashies, they come with a silicone kind of treated lash band.
Yes.
And that silicone lash band actually doesn't require lash liner. So for the first or second time, you can use Lashies without the liner.
Oh, well, it was the ones that we actually had it on New Beauty Magazine, or New Beauty Live rather.
Yeah.
It was actually, it's these ones that I'm wearing now. It's the baby lash. It's the same exact lashes. And I was doing something and then I had a call that I wasn't supposed to be all glammed up for. So I quickly took them off and then I got back on and was like, oh, okay, now I can go on with my day.
I love that.
It was great. Yeah. Okay. So it's the silicone band in these. I'm like obsessed with these. I love the half lash. It's so easy. So what else? And the Lashies come, I mean, here's one of the kits.
Yep.
That I've been waiting to dig into. So I haven't tried the long ones. The half lash, which I'm wearing right now, which you can literally see is only half. These I feel like I'm going to really love too, the lighter ones.
Yep. The names are on the back.
So it says, oh, right. So you've got Baby Lash, Lovely Lash, and Wifey Lash. I love these names.
Wifey is my favorite lash, by the way.
Wifey, because you're a man who doesn't have to wear them. Wifey is this one that I'm afraid of.
Well, it's one of our best sellers and it looks beautiful tapered.
Oh, I mean, like the next time I have to get glammed up, I'm 1,000% going to try these. What about, like, what do you say now is kind of next for you?
What's next? Well, I have very strong conviction and dedication to Moxie and building it into a much, much larger beauty brand with multiple categories. But first and foremost, we are lash experts. Yeah. And so, we're interested in really creating the best in class lash products in the world across the entire category. Yeah. And so that's really what's next is really becoming more.
You know what else I really like too about your company? You have different levels of lashes, so at all price points, right? So you can have the silk or the mink ones, but even the ones that I will say are on like the lower price point are beautiful quality. They really are.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Can we talk about Bionic Silk?
Oh, what's Bionic Silk? I don't even know what this is.
So the lash material market hasn't had innovation for a long time. And it's traditionally been you either get silk lashes. And by the way, silk comes in, you can name it different things. You can say it's silk, you can say it's Korean silk, you can say it's faux mink, but at the end of the day, it's silk, right? It's the same material. And mink, or it's mink. So it's one or the other. What we created was an in-between, which is called, we call it Bionic Silk. It's like mink and silk had a baby.
Okay.
And it's neither silk nor mink. So it's cruelty-free, vegan, and the future of Moxie is really moving in the direction of no more mink. So, we have, due to stock and whatnot, we probably have another 6, 12, 18 months of selling a little bit of mink just to, because of the business. But ultimately, we're really moving in the direction of all of our lashes being completely cruelty free and still having that minky look that everybody loves.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I know that there's people out there who are really, I love that we're living in a time where companies like yourself are really taking into account not only the environment, but also, our love of animals, also vegan. That's a big deal for many, many people. And I guess, so is there going to be like a new iteration of the magnetic liner?
There is.
I'm all over that. When is that coming out?
I can't say.
Okay. Well, if you need somebody to test it, send it on over. Cause I feel like I've got a ton. I have them in a box. I got a ton of the magnetic lashes just waiting to go.
Got it. You'll be the first to know. How about that?
You heard it here first. Okay. So if people want to know more about this, wait, before we go, I do think you have to say, to remove the magnetic liner, you can't just use regular eye makeup remover, correct? You need like a castor oil.
Yes. So our swabbies are oil based, and they do a very good job. Actually, there's no better known product to remove the magnetic eyeliner, our magnetic eyeliner, than the MoxieLash swabbies. So we really designed those swabbies to be perfect for the removal.
Yeah, super easy to use.
It does carry
like a little what?
It does carry a little bit of castor oil as well, which is really good for your skin.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So just throwing that out there, just so that you're not frustrated with me saying I can't get this magnetic liner off. You do need to get the special.
For sure.
The special stuff. It'll help. It'll help. I want to thank you, Val, so much for being on here. I'm super psyched about these lashes. You can see, for people who are watching this and not just listening, I'm wearing them. They've held up. I literally put them on in 30 seconds. Cannot get enough of the lashes. I would say try the magnetic too. They're so freaking cool. If you're somebody who doesn't have that dexterity to get to line up a lash, you know who you are. The magnetic lashes are definitely them for you, because once you place the eyeliner, that's where the magnets are going to go. Awesome. Pretty much simple as that. Might I make a suggestion to you while you're here?
Yes, please.
I would like to have a lash travel kit. I know you can buy them on Amazon, but you as the fabulous art designer, like if I'm going away on a weekend, I guess similar to this, but maybe not as big, although maybe it has to be. Maybe this is it, but I think that if you, a good sales opportunity would be to have something that you could take 1, 2, or 3. Actually, maybe it's just this. Maybe it's just a sturdier thing of this.
Okay.
Maybe like a little mirror in it. I'm telling you, the Lash Travel Kit.
Okay, you got it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So our magnetic special kits, we call them, same as the one, the Lashies, but the magnetic one has a little mirror in it. The only thing that is missing is swabbies. So I'm going to make sure that our future designs have a space for swabbies.
Yeah, because especially during this time, you know when I want to wear my lashes? When I'm going on vacation. Because otherwise I'm just sitting here in this living room and I don't know, it's me and the guitar and the plants, and they don't really care whether my lashes are long or not. But when you're going out and about, it's good. And also I know that we did for, you do have travel sizes too, right? I don't know if it was just for the New Beauty Life, but I have like a little baby size of the liner. That is so perfect to throw in your purse just in case. These things won't come off, but just in case they do.
You got it. Yeah.
It's great. If people want to know more about these and purchase the lashes, where should they go?
So MoxieLash.com, MOXIE Lash.com. That would be the place.
And follow Bianca on Instagram. She's fabulous. What is her Instagram? Do you happen to know it offhand?
It's her full name. It's Bianca Alcazar. Alcazar Alcazar.
And she does your lashes real well.
Bianca's incredible. She's been the one that's chosen every single lash style that we've ever released. She's a chief beauty innovator. She spends a lot of time on product development, and she knows makeup like nobody else. Like I've never met somebody as knowledgeable as her in makeup. She's incredible.
Well, you've got a good team there, let me tell you. Well, thank you again for being on today. Everybody listening, if you have questions about these lashes you want to ask me, you can always reach out to me, hello@Art Beauty Podcast. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube at Art Beauty Podcast. And guess what? We will see you next Tuesday, hopefully with more gorgeous lashes.
Thank you so much, Amber.